Regulars to this channel will know that we said here that the election was going to be rigged, and it came to pass. Regulars here will also know that I quoted from a man of God whose prediction was correct concerning what happened in August 8th. And that man of God said, even the election that we're going to on the 26th of October will not produce a president. Now, I received a lot of emails from people. They were puzzled. Even in Club 1999, people were puzzled. They were asking, hey, what did he mean by that? Okay. Now, as with all prophecies, when, as with most prophecies actually, not all, when you first hear some of them, you do not understand exactly what it's all about, yeah? That's one of the ways of telling that actually this is a genuine prophecy, okay? But if I can ask you a question now, are you able to see clearly, or are you able to now see how it is possible not to have a president after the 26th presidential elections? Yeah? Yes, it is. But at the time I shared this, I think it was shortly after the Supreme Court ruling, yeah, sometime in September, even I did not understand exactly what it meant. Yes, and I was asked questions I was not able to answer. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's all coming together. Yeah? In this recording, we'll be able to paint a very clear picture of where Kenya is going. Okay? Why am I so confident? I am confident because of a number of reasons. One, I know God is involved, as I've always said here. Number two, the same man of God who predicted about the 8th correctly, and it looks like his 26th of October prediction is correct, yeah, elaborated on what he meant, okay? In fact, actually, he has a new message, which I'm going to share with you, yeah? And then number three, somebody who has never been to Kenya, never ever stepped into Kenya, does not know Kenyan politics, has no idea what is going on in Kenya, yeah, came up, was given a word, okay, and they shared it, and it was absolutely amazing. I'm going to share all that with you here, yeah? So sit back, relax. I can assure you, after this recording, you'll be able to make decisions. I can assure you that the chances are extremely high that this is exactly what is going to unfold in our country, yeah? If there's going to be a mistake, the mistake will be mine, because God never makes mistakes, okay? Now we're going to keep this very simple and straightforward. We're actually going to make a list, okay? So already we'll start with number one. Already we know that the 26th of October is not going to produce a president. Why? You already have the answer to that question. It's because God is involved, yeah? And because God is involved, God has a plan for Kenya. And the plan of Kenya, the plan he has for Kenya, is to change the political landscape to deliver a new Kenya. You remember in the last recording I talked about the birth pangs of a new political dispensation, okay? This is exactly what we have in the works, okay? So there's no way we're going to have a new political dispensation if the 26th produces a president, okay? It's as simple as that. Now we'll go for a brief commercial break. When we come back, we will go into something really amazing, yeah? That actually, the number 3 is extremely important, okay? Something is going to be overturned 3 times, okay? Make sure you catch that. It'll completely bowl you over, yeah? I'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Now, number 2 is that change is going to come to Kenya, but it's not going to come how and when people are expecting it. Yeah, it's not going to come when people are expecting it, and it's not going to come how people are expecting it. Okay. Now, the person who gave this word gave a verse that is absolutely amazing. A verse from the Bible that if you look at it, it just fits into Kenya so well, because already we have seen part of that verse coming to pass in our country. Okay, it's Ezekiel 21:27. Okay, King James Bible says, I will overturn it, and it shall be no more, until come whose right it is, and I will give it to him, and I'll give it him. Okay, now maybe let's read from a simpler version, New International Version. Rerun, I'll make it a Rerun. The crown will not be restored until he to whom it rightfully belongs shall come. To him I will give it. What? Now already we know it talks about overturn, and it says that 3 times, okay, according to this person who gave the word. Yeah, and she added that she knows nothing about Kenya. She added that she was shocked when she learned that actually the election had been overturned by the Supreme Court. Okay, and she said that she had heard there's another election, but she said according to this word it will be overturned. Okay, now I want you to notice that this confirms what this other person says. The two do not know each other. One is based in Kenya, local. The other person is based in the US, has never come to Kenya, does not know Kenyan politics, and so on and so forth. Yeah, but the two, it is a confirmation of the earlier thing. Now, even more fascinating, from the first local pastor who predicted about the 8th, yeah, in the latest word, they say, they just agree, it's amazing. They say that actually Kenya has to pass through a stage before we finally arrive. We're not yet out of the woods. Those are the words that are coming through, yeah? We're not yet out of the woods, and so on and so forth. Now, we all know one very simple truth. Where God is involved, yeah, normally there's chaos, and then after the chaos, the change, God restores order, yeah, and the change which you've been waiting for comes. Now, I don't want to scare anybody. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm telling you the way things are. I'm telling you the way the things of God normally go. Now we shall, in this series, we shall elaborate on that a bit wider so that we all understand exactly what to expect, yeah. But for now, maybe I might as well mention, because you might be listening to this and you're wondering, because there's been so many. We have never had a situation like we have had in these elections, where everybody's a prophet, where even practicing men of God have come out and they've proclaimed and they've prophesied and they've predicted, and they've all been wrong. Now, I always hear men of God saying that judgment starts in the house of God. Yeah, judgment starts in the church. Okay, and I also know that some ministers, not all of them, yeah, are tribally inclined. Yes, the emotions lean on the tribal. Yes, if they belong to a certain tribe, they'll always, all their teachings, all their prophecies, all their whatever will lean towards favoring that particular tribe. And we know God does not favor a tribe. God does not favor a race. Yes, we know that. Okay? And even people who are believers, yeah, I have a very simple question for you. Yeah, do you think you'd be able to take in, like if you received a word from God which was in favor of the other side, the person who is not your tribe, would you be able to handle it? Yeah, just a very simple question. Now, one huge advantage I've had, and I believe it has helped me a lot, yeah, I do not belong to the Kikuyu tribe, and I do not belong to the Luo tribe. I have no connections with those tribes, okay? As far as my blood is concerned, I have no connections, okay? So this has really helped me to stand, to be able to see how both sides are operating, how both sides are behaving. Now I'm talking politically, yeah? But it seems that even these prophecies that have come through, a lot of them have been leaning on one side or the other. Okay, and you'll remember that very early on, one of the early recordings I made about who will win the elections, I said that a man of God had predicted that there will be a lot of lying prophecies. Okay, that seems to have come to pass completely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, with people leaning, and they even, you see, when you ask them questions, they start getting annoyed. You know, they start showing their emotions. This is very interesting. Okay. Now, in the next episode, I have some very shocking information for you. Yeah, and that shocking information will be the winner of the elections, the person who, at the end of the day, at the end of this upheaval, at the end of all this chaos, the person who will become the next president of Kenya. That should be absolutely amazing. So make sure you don't miss it. As soon as it's ready, you'll be able to see it on your top left hand corner of the screen. Yeah, that part remains empty until that recording is ready, and then you'll be able to see it there. Just click on it and you'll go straight to it. Yeah, of course, a good way is to subscribe to the channel and make sure you press that bell so that as soon as any recording comes, pop, you already have it. Yeah, and so you stay up to date. Because one thing, I'd said this in an earlier recording, and it's completely true, even based on these prophecies that I've chosen from men of God I trust, it seems that there's going to be a lot of upheaval, there's going to be a lot of confusion, there's going to be a lot of events that will come rapidly. Yeah, so I hope to keep up with those events in my recordings, and therefore if you want to keep up with them, I think it's a good idea to subscribe and to press that bell so that you'll always be up to date as to what's happening. Okay, until that next episode, this is Chris Kumekucha.